Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Riverview, where as promised at the end of the last video we would be continuing today with this harvest contract I have accepted over here on field 42, where having solved our header issue that we had at the start of the last video, the harvesting's going okay. However, our harvester friend here is just kind of leaving strips. On the rows of this field. So what I'm electing to do right now myself, manually, is just kind of put in another headland strip. Try and convince the guy to go all the way to the ends, not leave bits of the field, because obviously, as we've discovered in the last episode, at the end of the last episode, we do need 84,200 litres to complete the contract. Okay, which is going to be just over. It's going to be one and a bit trailer fulls. So ideally, we want to kind of get that harvested as quickly as possible. But at the same time, we also need to accept that we do not have the biggest combine header in the world. Because the one recommended for my harvester is this one, which is about 6 meters. Very tiny, very pathetic. But it works. Ultimately, it cuts. Now, compare that to the other harvester header that I had at the start of the last episode, which was 7.8 metres. Didn't actually cut anything, or struggled to cut properly, because it didn't really attach properly to this particular brand of harvester. It's an improvement, massive improvement. So yeah. I'm just going to have to just make do with lots of 6 metre cuts in this field. And hopefully we get to 84,200 litres fairly quickly. One of the things I haven't done, missave, with the new version of Better Contracts, I haven't actually turned on the penalty system. Or the hardcore mode as it's called in the options, whereby contracts fail if you don't complete them within the month that you accept them, and basically if you fail, the contract will fail and then you will be fined the value of the contract for failing the contract. So for example, in this lovely harvesting contract worth 52,560 bucks, if I was to fail the contract with hardcore mode on, I would actually lose that amount of money. And the reason I've not turned on the hardcore mode is obviously because it's March the 3rd currently, which means we're already nearly at the end of the month. So any contracts I accept now need to be completed by the end of the month. And that's something, if I'm going to enable that option, I will enable it at the start of the month. So I know that I've got, you know, the full 4 or 5 days to complete the contract. Before I'm going to get penalised. I think that's, it's definitely, again, it's an option I will probably use in future series and future and other saves. Because it does kind of give you that, it's the risk and reward. You know, do I accept this contract knowing that I've only got so many hours left in the month to complete it? And if the weather, you know, if it's a harvesting contract and suddenly it starts raining and we can't harvest, panic sets in then that you're not going to complete the contract and you're going to get fined. So all of a sudden you get those stresses and strains and pitfalls. I mean, it probably won't matter much for for ploughing contracts, cultivating contracts, sowing contracts, fertilising contracts, because you never kind of get held up with those, do you? There's nothing that stops you from doing those. Absolutely nothing. It can be snowing, the fields could be covered in snow, and you can still do those contracts perfectly fine. But harvesting contracts, as soon as it starts to rain or as soon as it starts to snow, that's it. You've got to stop. You've got to wait. So yeah, harvesting contracts I think are the ones where you're more likely to fail and pay a penalty than any of the others. I would say, if I was a betting man, those are the ones I say are probably more prone to failure. You should never fail a ploughing contract or a cultivating contract or a seeding contract or anything, I don't think. Because there's nothing that gets in your way of those. But yeah, ploughing away. Meanwhile, back on the ranch, there are some fertilising contracts kicking about. Field 32 fertilising. We could do that. We could. And the reason I say that, ladies and gents, is because we've got this fella sat here. We have got this fella here. You say. Right. We'll try something a bit unique then, because I don't think we've used this fella. Of course. Right. Field 32 then, down here. Create job. Field position. Gonna start somewhere along there. Gonna do 1 4 headland smooth. Clockwise headland overlap. 4%. Go really low on it. Right, then what we're going to do, if we set this guy to go to fields 32, activate course play, we should find he drives to the field automatically, and as soon as he gets to the field, he should then go straight into the course play route without me needing to touch a button on the old controller. Which I think is a wonderful system when it works correctly. It's just a matter of, can you get it to work correctly? Because it's one of those systems that can work very well for things like loading wagons, for collecting your straw and grass and stuff and taking it to a silo or taking it to a bunker and unloading and then going back to the field, and auto drive carries on, so you can automate that whole process. That was close, mate. You nearly crashed. I won't lie, you kind of took that turn a bit wrong. You may have been going a little bit too quick. But we'll see. We'll see if he does his job, shall we? We'll get a screenshot of him, ready for the thumbnail perhaps. Nice little machine this, really. For manure spreading. Don't know if this is a modified one, because it must be a modified one because the capacity seems a little bit high for that trailer. That trailer doesn't look like it would hold 60,000 litres in real life. Doesn't look deep enough. But it's nice that it has a good capacity to it. I guess the real question... Now, the only question I would have is there a way, with auto drive, you could automate it so he goes and fills up with manure when he's empty? You know? Like, kind of the opposite way to... The opposite of a loading wagon or bale collection course type thing. Whereby the dude would go and pick up manure and then come back to the field and carry on. Whereas obviously with the other courses, they drive from the field to an unloading point and unload and then come back to the field empty. Is there a way to have this guy drive off the field, away from the field, fill up and come back and carry on? Because obviously he's going to run out of manure fairly quickly, I would think. You'd have to have a look at the auto drive modes, wouldn't you? See whether you could get him to pick up and then come back. And say have a refill point at the count. You know? What we mustn't neglect, though, is that we do need to be emptying the combine harvester. Not letting that get full. Again, what settings have we got on there? Closest point. No. Right, so now we're going to set this guy up with the auto drive. And he should be quite happy. He's going to wait for the harvester. Back to Mr. Manure Map. He is still happily manure spreading. That's great. Working our way through the fertilising contract and using all this lovely free fertiliser that we've got from our lovely cow. Also, a lot quicker. He's a heck of a lot faster than the sprayer. But he's already used 20,000 litres of manure and he's only done one he's only done one headland. that could be a problem. I have to make lots of trips then back to the farm, refill him all the time. But ultimately it's not costing us anything, so it's a profit-profit situation, this job. This job's profit-profit. Because we're not having to buy any fertiliser. So yeah, this is where the manure spreader actually kind of pays for itself and pays us. Because we're getting to dispense with all the crap from the cows. Lorry, dustbin lorries here. Bin Men Tuesday. Bin Men Tuesday. Getting dark as well. It's only 1:30 in the afternoon as I'm recording this. It's already starting to get very dark outside it. That's December, people tell you. I'm gonna have to put the Christmas lights on again. You can see what's going on out there. Lag, game lag, laggy session, laggy update time. Don't know what cause. I don't know what's causing this. I really don't. As soon as it stops though, my controller turns off. How annoying. Hence why I want a new PC next year. Because I can't be bothered taking this one apart again, trying to figure out what the issue is and trying to fix it. I'd just rather start from scratch on a brand new, state-of-the-art, all modern kit PC. Nothing carried over from the old piece, from an old PC. All new, all latest tech. All current gen stuff, no old gen, last gen, none of that nonsense. I want to start 2023 with a 2023 PC. You know? Have to go and refill him in a second. Uses all his manure up. I don't have an auger wagon or anything, so I can't like fill that up with manure and bring it down to him. You know, I've got no way of bringing manure to him in the field. There's a bit of a slight issue, unless here's an idea. Do I have it installed? Yes. We could try one of these. And then, I don't think I have a vehicle with front loader support, do I? Can I, however, maybe customise this one? Tell you what, I've got to go to the shop anyway to pick up that pallet. I know for a fact there's a workshop trigger at the shop, so why muck about? Let's go to the shop, grab the pallet, grab a front loader. Now, I don't know, I don't think I need any forks or anything. I think I just need the front loader. And then what we can do, apparently, is you attach that pallet directly to the loader arm. You then can fill it with any materials you want, and then take it and discharge it wherever you want. And as you saw when I purchased it, it will hold up to 200,000 litres of any material. I mean, if this works, then, well, I'm a genius for thinking of it. And you can all thank me in the comment section down below. If it doesn't work, then nothing lost. Want a front loader. Do. Yeah, boy. Techniques. By the way, I've got one of my today I've got one of my diddly squat candles on the go. The this smells like my Christmas log candle. I've had it burning whilst I've been recording all these videos today. I can't really smell it, but that's because I've not got a terribly good sense of smell. Oh, I don't really smell anything, ever. I've got such a bad sense of smell. But apparently everyone else in the house can smell it, and they don't like it. They say it stinks awful. Hey, why should they get to sit and relax while I'm having to work? But yeah, let's see, can we fill this up with manure, take it to field 32, refill our manure spreader in the field, all with the aid of this very, very cheap, cost me hardly anything, pallet. Because that could be a massive game changer for a lot of people, couldn't it? Can you imagine filling a pallet up with seed? One of these pallets with seed, one with fertiliser. There's a liquid one you can get, which will do liquid fertiliser. And herbicide and any other liquid, slurry, digestate. And you could use that then to replenish. All the things that you could possibly ever want to replenish. You can even use it for putting stuff in, like filling up with stuff to take to it, like, you know, from your silo. Stick a load of corn in it and take it off and sell it. You know? Oh, we emptied that. Got 69,000 litres. That's just over one manure truck full. Well, I took the wrong turn. I've driven to the house when I should have gone to the other cow pen. I'm an idiot. I tell you what, that could be interesting now. Am I actually going to have enough manure to do that field? It's alright saying, oh, that field's not cost me anything. Cheap. Because all the manure is free from my cows. But have my cows actually cracked enough for me to actually be able to fertilise a field as big as field 32? We will find out. Good thing is I've got $141,000 litres now. That's more like it. That's going to be two and a third refilled. I've got 2 1/3 refills now. The question is, will it unload into the trailer? By me dangling it over the top of the trailer? Didn't actually check to see whether there was different types. Where is it? That pallet. Odd. Ah, probably should have got one of those. Now, thinking about it. Because that would definitely empty out of the bottom. Dangle the big bag over the manure spreader, and all the manure falls out the bottom. Worst comes to worst, I will just have to put this near the trailer, jump in the trailer, and L3 to refill. I think that works just as well. And then restart the horseplay worker. Yeah, these pallets could be very, very useful. I've not used them before yet on any save. I meant to check them out a while back. Because they can actually be very useful for transporting your products from your like productions, rather than having to worry about handling. Oh, that is magic. It fills it. It fills. Yes. Ladies and gents, that is a very handy and useful way of being able to refill certain pieces of equipment that aren't so easy to refill in the field. Like manure spreaders. And like I say, there's nothing to stop you driving up to your, you know, greenhouse, which has, you know, if you've got, or whatever, your grain mill, something that's got obviously one product output, pallet output, and just filling all the pallets into one pallet and transporting that one pallet to your sell point. I suppose for people that don't like using the normal pallet auto loaders, or loading pallets, but at the same time don't really want to be faffing about having to pick up every single individual pallet, you could just use a whole load of these refill pallets to stock up, load your stuff, and then put it on a trailer and take it off to sell. So yeah, he's carrying on quite nicely. Manure spreader. Field is 53%, so he's almost complete. Just in time to see harvester man loading up. Still looks like he's missed a few little bits at the top end of the field there. Despite the fact that I did extra headland, it still looks like he's leaving bits, but hopefully nowhere near as much as he was leaving when he was stopping rows, you know, several meters short previously. Trailer is 75% full, so he's not going to go and unload anytime soon. When he does, I don't think he's actually got that far to go, because I think he just goes up that road there, doesn't he? And then Stu's farm shop's on the little island behind the shop. This is actually one of the shortest delivery runs he's going to have to do. Yeah, he won't go and unload. He's at least 85% full, so that harvester's got a bit more work to do yet. So yeah, apart from that, everything's going quite nicely. guy's now started on the main up and down rows, it looks like. So hopefully we've got enough manure to do this field. Very nice. Very nice. Like I say, we have got plenty of... we've got another 81,000 litres of manure sitting right here, ready to refill him when he needs to be refilled. So yeah, I think for me it's a case of carry on now, get these 2 contracts completed, and then there's nothing else really to do in March. So the next time I bring you guys back, we'll have moved on a month or so in game. There's really not a lot to do on my fields at all now until harvest, so there's a good chance I might skip ahead quite a little bit in time. I'm not going to do any contracts or anything off camera, but we'll just be skipping days forward, tending to the animals, waiting for my fields to grow. Probably won't even mow the grass off camera. If the grass wants mowing, I'll probably leave it, and we can do that the next time I'm back with you guys. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching today's video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I will see you all again very soon. But for now, from me, cheerio everybody. Stay safe. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye.